Show, we'll talk about improving alfalfa winter survivability.
We're also going to discuss how to pull soil samples. You want to make sure you're pulling these samples correctly because you're going to make big decisions.
This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on News Channel Nebraska live from the Nebraska State Fair. Coming up this hour on NCN, presented by CPI. Colleen Williams, Kent Bowden. This is our fourth night here at the Nebraska State Fair. We've got one more after this.
Just one more. I will be sad.
So drink it in.
Yes, I will.
Had a good time so far.
So much fun, and all the things that we have been doing behind the scenes today, just a blast. Kind of hilarious, really.
Well, we'll get into some of that in just a little bit.
We'll get into that.
In the meantime, how's the weather looking for us?
The weather fabulous as we see clouds now moving in. Don't worry about a big rain shower or rain event. That's just going to keep us a little bit cooler tonight. If we see rain, it'll be after midnight, and it really won't amount to much.
We can handle that. Now, we got a chance earlier this week to try the savory Nebraska State Food State Fair Food Champion, the savory champion.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to wash it down. Not with a drink, with something sweet. The 2025 Savory Nebraska State Fair Food Champion is right here. Oh my gosh, Nathaniel, tell me all about this treat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if you've never heard of an elephant ear, it's a giant sweet fried dough we make fresh to order. It's called an elephant ear because of the size. This is our small one, believe it or not.
Really?
We have an even bigger one. Yeah, it's a large pizza size, basically. So if you're sharing with the family, you know, it makes it a lot easier.
Now, I don't want to throw you under the bus here. It did not look like the epitome of health necessarily when we were cooking it, but that's not the point here.
Well, no.
It's delicious food.
There's no calories counted at the fair, you know. You walk in those gates, it goes out the door, you know.
Where did you come up with this idea, and when did you decide you wanted to submit it in the new food contest?
Oh, absolutely. So elephant ears are very common. Like if you go East Coast, West Coast, in the North, we're originally from Oregon, and so over there we've done elephant ears for a long time, our family. We moved to Texas and started bringing this, found out a lot of people didn't know what they were, so we found out easily in the Midwest it's the same too. So when we submitted it, we've always done fancy flavors, you know, strawberry cheesecake, maple bacon, all of the different like exuberant toppings. So it's fun to be able to show these to, you know, the fairs and different, you know, styles on how we like to do it. Maple bacon is awesome.
When you were making it, you were stretching the dough out. What was the importance of stretching the dough and then the little flick on the top when it was in the oil?
Absolutely. So yeah, it's a dough, so it is needing to be stretched. It's not a batter like a funnel cake. So it is a yeast risen dough, so like a pizza dough, but a lot lighter, softer. I flick the top of it so that it goes back in so it cooks evenly. Yeah. You can use tongs, but done it for a long time, so yeah.
You're familiar with the territory.
That's right.
You're not familiar with the Nebraska State Fair. This is your first year here.
Yes,
you guys
sir.
are champs. So are you coming back next year to defend the title?
It's been so great. Yes, and we got a lot of ideas to bring for next year. Absolutely. Different toppings for the elephant ears to keep it new and fresh.
And as far as toppings go here, this is very simple. There are 3 toppings here.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, sometimes the simplest things are the best, really, you know. Go back to just the cinnamon sugar where it all started. You just can't beat it, you know.
Nathaniel, thanks for the time. We're going to give this a shot and see how good down it goes.
Let's tear it up. Yeah. Thank you.
It really was delicious.
And I'm not a fan of maple, but the bacon made up for it, and of course the elephant's ear.
Well, and it was different because it was like a chewy, but not bad bread. It was really good.
And you know all about it. I do.
Lindsay Kepke with the 1868 Foundation here at the Nebraska State Fair. Yes.
Official fair foodie. So what I noticed was when they put that plate down in front of you, you can
Yes.
smell it. And
All
it was
the
just
senses.
delightful. Absolutely.
Well,
All of
I'm
it.
going to just apologize on the front end of this interview because we were supposed to be a part of the great steak debate. Getting to judge, and oh my gosh, as much as I enjoyed being here with Colleen and Kent, I would rather go there.
You did miss out on a
I
great
bet.
evening. All prime Nebraska beef. We
Oh,
raised
my.
almost $115,000 for the
Wow.
large market
Congratulations.
animal youth premiums. But we forgive you because we just miss seeing you guys here at the State Fair.
Thank
And it was
you.
impactful for us to have you come back, and seeing you on the news and being a part of the State Fair is what makes our family complete.
Well, that.
Man.
Here we go.
Here comes
It's early for the emotions.
It is.
Gotta lock it up
It's
for a
true,
second
though.
here. Let me get one of these bad boys.
No.
Oh no, it's not
Oh
a
my gosh,
no,
sorry.
it's not a
What is that, anyways? That's not a tissue.
Well,
Okay.
so Colleen got a pair of State Fair socks, and she said that she had to share it with you and Kent. And I said, I don't think she needs to share with the boys. So a donor of ours, Galloway Financial, said, we'll throw in the money
Yeah.
to buy you
So
your own pair of socks.
Well, that's
That's beautiful.
You with your own
Thank
Your
you.
own pair
Thank
of
you.
socks.
Oh,
I want
my.
to make sure Kent gets a pair of
Heavens.
these as well.
Will these go
And
on my
you
feet,
could
or
make
can
them
I?
into a tie.
You could.
tie?
Yeah. Or, you
I
know,
mean, I would
like,
obviously go a
Pocket
little
square.
different route here.
Oh yeah, Rap, you pull everything off with your fashion sense. Okay.
Right there. But
I'll go ahead
I
then.
could do both because I could do a matching tie and a pocket square.
you know, we sell these in
I
a
had
gift shop,
to.
which is
That
cool.
whole gift shop, let's talk about that for
Yeah.
a moment.
Okay.
Your beautiful assortment of items there.
Well, we have very pretty ladies out here at the State Fair, and gentlemen.
Of course,
And we want to make
yes.
sure that
No.
they look nice in their fair fashion. And as of this morning, we'd sold almost $20,000 in State Fair merchandise, which all goes back to future improvements for the State Fair.
Great.
Awesome.
It's really coming along
People
nicely.
love it.
Yeah.
And people love it. So,
Do you want to see where that's located really quick?
yeah, we're in the southeast corner of the Sheep Barn. So right as you're walking down the main strip, we call it Corn Dog Alley. You know where all the food is.
Yeah.
You can look over and see the case equipment, and we're right there in the Sheep Barn.
Yeah.
Anything from youth stuff to
Baby onesies.
baby onesies to adult hoodies. You know, if it gets chilly, like this weather, as Kent said, is beautiful, but it gets a little chilly at the end of the night. So it's
Yeah.
nice to stop in and buy an affordable sweatshirt, knowing that all the proceeds go back to benefit the State Fair
Yeah.
Foundation.
And styles I was loving.
We're modern day fashionistas in the 1868 Foundation gift shop.
Well, Lindsay, best of luck to you in the 1868 Foundation, and
Cheers.
thank you very much. Thanks to the Stir Museum as well, and Kent's forecast is coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Attention rodeo fans, News Channel Nebraska has your Labor Day covered. Tune in Monday for high school rodeo live from the Nebraska State Fair in Grand Island with our TV coverage starting at 10 a.m. Central. You can watch on statewide providers like Dish, Allo Spectrum, or other local cable providers. We'll also stream the action online on YouTube, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and our website. Find out more at newschannelnebraska.com.
Nothing is more local than where you work and where you live. Here at CPI, we're more than just an ag cooperative. We're your partner in the field and in your local community. We strive to provide farmer-first customer service every day in our grain, agronomy, energy, and feed divisions. By investing in our communities, we're supporting our customers, employees, and the future of the ag industry right here in Central Nebraska. CPI, making local matter.
For 25 years, Greg Young Automotive Group has been your trusted hometown dealer. And now we're giving back. To celebrate, we're giving you a 5-year complimentary maintenance package with every new or used vehicle purchase. With a massive inventory, top dollar for your trade-in, and a commitment to exceptional customer service, it's no wonder why people keep coming back.
Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Some people think power is just there when you need it. But power doesn't work that way. Power doesn't come easy. Power comes from before dawn. Power is created when no one's looking. with no glory. The best power, American-made power, is built by hard work. E15, savings plus power, the right blend.
Here's what you can expect on News Channel Nebraska. The top local news headlines all morning, plus 8 a.m. Mass with Father Joe. Stay up to date throughout the afternoon with the NCN News app. And tune back into NCN throughout the evening for the latest developments on major stories along with live high school and college sports. News Channel Nebraska. Independent media for all Nebraskans.
Live to the Nebraska State Fair, and joining me, Dawn Caldwell. She is with Renewable Fuels Nebraska and also a State Fair board member.
Yes. Hi,
the
Pat.
weather is very important in what you do.
Could we have ordered up a better fair weather, first
you
of all?
couldn't ask for better weather.
Amen.
And we're going to talk a little bit more towards the end here. In the meantime, we're going to talk about this fantastic weather we've had. This entire fair, probably the best fair weather in these last 16 years here in the Grand Island area. Brought to you by Museum of Nebraska Art and Grand Island Casino Resort. Your weather forecast. You can see the clouds out there at this hour, inundating, of course, into the Tri-City area, western Nebraska. In fact, in the western part of the state, there's even some showers. It has warmed up north and northeast. There are some 80s, right around that 80-degree mark in Columbus and Lincoln. But the clouds have cooled things down a bit. 69 Kearney, North Platte, 1 degree cooler at Imperial. Here at the State Fair, 75 degrees. And temperatures will be cooling down tonight with the clouds. Winds not that bad. They have been a little gusty today. Generally out of the south, that has helped with the warm-up we saw today. And now the largest wind gust we really see, up to 13 miles an hour in Grand Island. Earlier, we saw peak gusts over 20 miles an hour. So you see the storms pushing out of Wyoming and Colorado into the Panhandle. The heavier storms down in Kansas and parts of Arkansas, up in the Great Lakes region as well. Futurecast shows the bulk of that rain pushing south, and the disturbance that we see, this leeward trough that is coming out of the Rockies, really does slide southeast. And what we see in western Nebraska won't make it this far tonight. Futurecast regionally does show what will happen, and this is pretty accurate, this particular view, as we see everything skirting the southern Nebraska border into Kansas in the Panhandle. It just basically washes out. And it shows rain in the Tri-City area, kind of a misnomer, as rain won't be a really big deal around here. If we see anything out here tonight, sprinkles at best. Beautiful weather for this time of year, lower 60s and upper 50s all the way across the state. Same holds true for western Nebraska. The rain chances pretty good tonight, but they do die down overnight tonight. Here's the one thing you will find if you live along Highway 83, kind of in a line from Broken Bow southwest to Beloit, Kansas. Dense fog as a rule tomorrow. So if you're traveling in the morning, be aware of that factor. As we see highs tomorrow, much the same as today, generally mid and upper 70s. Northwest Nebraska, cool tomorrow compared to what will be seen in those days ahead. Rain chances Friday, followed by a run of 80s. The coolest day coming up next Wednesday at 78. Southwest Nebraska, much the same. The best chance for rain for all of us will be Saturday night into Sunday morning. Those chances have kind of climbed a little bit, if you will, about 40% here in the Grand Island area. It might increase even more by the weekend. So the holiday weekend looks cooler, but very nice. 67 on Sunday, northeast Nebraska for Labor Day, 73. 70s central Nebraska, and this would be the forecast you want to look at for your state fair fun, which is 70s through Saturday, a little bit warmer Sunday, 79 Monday, and then temperatures fluctuate 80s into 70s. Mainly 70s in southeast Nebraska, the warmer days, 84 on Friday, 82 Tuesday. Looks like a great Labor Day forecast. So Don, really, we're all about corn in Nebraska, and I would imagine you guys really pay close attention to the drought monitor out of UNL each week, and of course the forecast.
We truly do, and we're fortunate in Nebraska to be able to irrigate at the level we do, which areas haven't had to do much this year. Also really feel for the areas that get hit hard by storms, bad wind, bad hail. We have an abundant corn crop this year. It's looking really good, minus those spots that got hit. And for all the rural communities that have ethanol plants, that's a big deal. We have a great harvest coming to make good homegrown fuel for all of our fairgoers to fill their tanks with.
Well, and the dryland corn looks really good this year, and of course not reliant on irrigation, but we've finally got out of the drought in most of the states, so that's good news for farmers.
It is. It's been really good news. And then our cattle producer friends who eat so much of the distiller's grains that we have as a co-product from our ethanol plants have had great pasture conditions for their cows this year, and that's a switch too.
Ethanol ranks right up towards the top as one of the highest ethanol producing states in the country.
We are. We're number 2. I always hate saying that. I never want to say Iowa is ahead of us on anything, but they do make more ethanol. We are number 2.
Right.
We make over almost 2.5 billion gallons of ethanol per year, utilizing about 40% of our Nebraska corn crop, and then still providing feed for our livestock producers. So it's a good fit for Nebraska.
And for Nebraskans, you know, ethanol, a little bit better value for your dollar, and that's where I put my money, is in ethanol blended fuels.
We appreciate that. Use the E15 if you can.
Sure.
Yeah.
Don Caldwell, thank you so much for joining us. Dave and Colleen, I am going to send it back your way.
Good job, guys.
Thank you, and we've been instructed by Don, if we get an auto from Greg Young Auto, well then we certainly want to put E15 in it. We've got much more coming up right here on News Channel Nebraska, including a disqualification.
Someone, and they might not even be here right now, one of the 3 of us got disqualified.
They might also be here.
But they could be doing
But they
better.
could not be.
Or they could be sitting here.
Stick around to find out.
Step into the story of the past at Stir Museum, where history, culture, and community come together. Explore engaging exhibits, experience the spirit of the 1890s in Railroad Town, and learn about the people who shaped this region over time. From powerful history to compelling art, every visit connects you to something bigger. Stir Museum. Your story is our history.
For 25 years, Greg Young Automotive Group has been your trusted hometown dealer. And now we're giving back. To celebrate, we're giving you a 5-year complimentary maintenance package with every new or used vehicle purchase. With a massive inventory, top dollar for your trade-in, and a commitment to exceptional customer service, it's no wonder why people keep coming back.
Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
This is Nebraska. It's beautiful and vast, dotted with hardworking rural communities. And they are why News Channel Nebraska exists, to deliver quality, heartfelt news from the entire state of Nebraska. From Long Pine to Chadron and Nebraska City to Rushville. From the challenging stories to the joyful ones, you'll find news from across the state in every NCN broadcast. This is Nebraska, and Nebraska is home.
So through 3 rounds, we had a dead heat.
Yes.
First, second, third. First, second, third. First, second, third. We got one of each.
It's a big night tonight.
There's a disqualification.
Somebody couldn't take the pressure, apparently.
Some shenanery.
Yes.
Was happening.
And apparently was caught on film, or I wouldn't believe that it happened.
We'll have to take a look for ourselves.
We hope you enjoy your new vehicle, Brian.
What we have here is the mystery bag game. So you got to use one of these poles that has a hook on it. And then what you're going to do, you're going to hook up one of these bags. Inside of the bag, there's going to be colored blocks. You're going to have red, blue, yellow, or white. So whichever block that you pick, that's the size of the prize that you have. So we have keychains, that's the small. If you get a medium, then you get anything around the table or the four corners. Or if you get a large, you can pick from up here. If you get a white block, you get a Labubu, or you can get Pokemon cards.
So this one is all about chance. No skill involved unless you got some sort of ESP.
Or if you can't get the hook around the back.
Right.
Yeah.
That could doom you as well. How are we gonna score this, Colleen?
Oh, that's right. We were talking about the color system and assigning some numbers to them. So.
Yep. So we'll go 1, 2, 4, and 6. The 6 is the white. That's the biggest prize that you can get. So we'll see who the luckiest of the 3 is.
I got a red. There it is.
Cheater.
Well,
yeah, well.
There was some tomfoolery. Kent spotted it. I spotted it. The camera may have spotted it. What did you see, Kent?
Guy nodded at a bag. Colleen nodded at him. Colleen grabbed the bag and gets a white block.
Lo and behold, it's the highest scoring block. Interesting. Colleen, your thoughts?
I need a lawyer again.
She's taking the 5th. In the meantime, we're making our own judgment here. That's a disqualification for Colleen on this round.
You're out of this.
Kent and I tied. We both got a yellow and a red block.
Yeah.
So this is all coming down to the final day because we're all tied.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to score the DQ.
Is that okay? Okay.
But if she gets first place, all bets are off.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the final round. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But we had 3 sets of witnesses on that.
Right.
So that was
on the alleged.
verifiable. In fact, our title sponsor, CPI, has said that's a disqualification, and it stands.
Oh, no. Well, then,
They make
that's
the rules,
what happens.
so that's what happens.
They're the title sponsor,
Forever,
CPI.
baby, but
Too obvious.
it was way obvious.
Yeah.
If you're going to cheat, do a much better job.
Like you did with the balls, practicing beforehand.
Well, yeah.
You didn't get disqualified.
Look at that big old DQ. My goodness.
I just got a hint from the man.
It was. I'm speechless as to how bad and blatant the cheating was. So we've got one more round. We're all tied. Well,
It was
we're
a
tied.
wink, wink, nod, nod.
It was.
And tap
Yeah.
that we all saw.
So busted.
It's all right. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's right.
That's what
Showed
they
how
always
much I wanted
say.
to win.
There's a really cool place in Hastings now that
yes,
is
to
doing a
get-
lot of fun things.
To get food to eat?
Well,
What are
not
we-
there.
Not District Court. What are we
That's
talking about?
that's also a good place.
We got a lot
the
of
Prairie
Hastings.
Loft.
Oh, absolutely.
Lucky enough to have Megan Arrington Williams with the Prairie Loft in Hastings. Megan, tell me a little bit more about Prairie Loft.
Yeah, well, we're a nonprofit organization that essentially teaches people about where their food, fuel, and fiber comes from, but bases that in outdoor education. So we are hosting field trips and summer camps and then some fun events.
So this is an activity geared towards kids.
Yeah, and we also like to say people in there from pre-K to their golden years.
Okay.
So we host sunrise strolls and music festival. Flatwater Music Festival is one thing we're responsible for, and then Spring Fest, and then Tails and Tractors coming up. So we have a wide variety of activities for folks of all ages.
You were talking about a digital detox. Getting rid of these bad boys for a little bit? What's the deal with that?
Yeah. So, adults spend between 6 and 9 hours on their phone every day, and that's just their phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you think about screens and laptops and everything, and kids are about the same. And so we wanted to create a day where we don't dislike technology, we actually own it and love it, but create a day where folks can set things down, get outside, enjoy a walkathon, a bike ride, some yoga classes, great food and music.
It's kind of like the state fair. You get out, you're in the elements, getting to explore, having a good time, which is kind of rare this day and age.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we really try to just get people to disconnect from that blue light for a little bit and step out into the sunlight and connect with one another, really is what we're all about.
What have you seen as far as the next day, the next few weeks for whether it's the kids or the older folks, as far as they're embracing that new feeling of being free from their phones?
Yeah, so that freedom from technology is always something that's really interesting. I have 2 young boys, and video games are very big for us. and to get them off and have that firsthand experience where they've been at camp all day long and have not had that screen in front of them, and then how interactions with one another around the dinner table roll out and the conversations become easier, and then they're more apt to like set things down and step outside, and because being in nature and in the outdoors has actual beneficial aspects for our mental well-being, and so we want to make sure that folks are able to actualize that in a really accessible way. So we do that out at Prairie Loft.
Where are you located? And yeah, we have to go back to the phones. Where are you on the digital front so people can find you, track you down, and try to learn more?
The irony is not lost.
I know, right?
So we are just 2 minutes west of Hastings on DLD Road, and so it's just off of Highway 6. And then we are at prairieloft.org, and we are on Facebook and Instagram as well.
And as far as costs, what would be associated with you guys as far as maybe events or a membership or anything along those lines?
So we don't ask for membership, which is something that's really fantastic. And one of our main missions is to keep what we provide the people as affordable as possible. So summer camps, there's a wide variety. There's night camps that are $25. There's all day long camps that can be up to $60 or $80. But then we also provide 100% scholarships for those if folks ask. And then our field trips, we try to keep really low with the support of grantors and donors to where students can participate at $4 a piece in our programming. And then with facility rentals, we try to stay lower and as affordable as possible for folks, because we know that there's a pinch and we want as many people outside and enjoying the agrarian space that we're on as possible.
They're doing a lot of good at the Prairie Loft in Hastings. Make sure you check them out. Megan, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
A lot of cool things at Prairie Loft and a lot of cool things at the Grand Island Casino Resorts.
Yes, and especially the food at Ruthie.
Let's take a look.
Michael, I don't know about you, but look at this sports book.
Dude, great place to watch a game.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of screens.
So many
and
TVs. You got all these options. And of course, wagering. What do you think about the Huskers this week?
I can't wait to see the lines because I'm feeling pretty good about this season.
They're printing it out. Let's go take a look, see where the Nebraska's at. We've got a lot of options here.
Here's the week one game lines.
We've got the week one game lines, which are definitely interesting.
Win
Nebraska,
totals.
6.5-point favorites right now against the Cincinnati Bearcats. The over/under is 53.5, so that means they're expecting a lot of points.
There could be some points scored.
That's the third highest.
But if Nebraska gets to 40, then you're feeling pretty good about the overs.
Oh, if they get to 40, they better crush the over, or that's a massive blowout of Cincinnati.
Conference winner.
Conference winner. What do you got?
Nebraska plus 3,700. That's good money.
That's real good money. You put down $100, you win $3,700 plus your $100
Ohio State's
back.
the favorite. I thought Penn State was going to be the favorite in the Big Ten.
Well, Penn State's number 2 in the nation. Ohio State's number 3. But you get $50 more if you bet Penn State over Ohio State to win the conference. But I'm most interested in this right here, because this is the college football win totals for the year. Now, if we go check out Nebraska, I bet they're going to be right at 7.5 again. They were last year, and that one stung because I took them on the over last year.
Okay.
If we look at it for this year, 7.5. Over 7.5 is minus 152. That means you have to bet $152 to win 100 plus your bet back. So you would get the 152 back.
I like that line at 7.5. That's right where it should be. What about UNLV?
UNLV's win total for the season? Over 8.5, minus 109.
Man, you're Rebels.
Under 8.5, minus 112. They barely beat Idaho State. So I'm not sure where I sit with the Rebels right now. If I was going to wager, I'd wager that it's probably going to be a season that I'm not going to bet on UNLV.
All right, so I have Nebraska to win the Big Ten.
You got them.
Where are you going?
Oh, gosh. Well, I tell you what, I want to get right into it. Here's the thing. I don't know enough about Cincinnati's offense, so for me to make a wager would be foolish. That's why I'm going to take the 152 under 53.5. Minus 110. So 3,300 will win 3,000. I think that's a good bet.
So you're cheering for defenses on Thursday now?
I'm cheering for mistakes. But not defensive mistakes that score touchdowns. I just want bad offensive play. Maybe it's late in the night, it's a midweek game, it's the first of the season, 53.5. You got to get up and down the field a little bit. I don't know anything about either one of those teams, though, as far as offense.
You know it's going to be loud at Arrowhead Stadium.
It could be loud. It's going to be a home game for the Cornhuskers.
Yeah. All right, we're feeling pretty good. I need some food to figure out the rest of the bets, though. I'm going to hit the bar for some food and drinks.
I'll join you. And thanks to Renewable Fuels Nebraska for sponsoring our weathercast with Kent Boughton.
Starring Kent Boughton.
Ah, yes.
Hey there, David, Colleen. You know, everyone's saying this is perfect State Fair weather. I think that's the best way to describe it. It has been all week. It will be the rest of this week, all the way into the weekend, and for your Labor Day as well. We do see clouds moving in here in the Grand Island area. The clouds have rolled in and temperatures cooling down accordingly. There might be a few peaks of sunshine, but not directly overhead. Temperatures have cooled from 77 earlier down to 73 at this hour, all the way down to 66 in the Kearney area. The warm temperatures up north, Valentine 83, 81 at Chadron. It's that south wind that brought the warmer air in here the last couple of days. It continues. Not that strong, but we continue to see an occasional gust to 12 miles an hour, even higher. The foam fun is real close by here, and we've got a lot of foam drifting by at this hour. Storms primarily to our south across Kansas, rolling through Missouri, Arkansas. There is an area of storms that has moved out of Wyoming and Colorado into Nebraska. We don't anticipate any severity from those storms tonight. In fact, another round of storms will continue to roll south, and showers that we see move into Nebraska, kind of skirt the southwest part of the state and continue to push down into Kansas. Weather brought to you at the State Fair each night by the Museum of Nebraska Art, Mona, as you see on their screen, on your screen, along with Grand Island Casino and Resort. Futurecast, this is a very accurate model. It shows rain showers, even embedded thunderstorms, southwest Nebraska. It all rolls into Kansas. So overnight tonight, primarily 50s north and east, and then right around 60, lower 60s, central into southwest and western Nebraska. So rain tonight, those storms out in the Chadron Scotts Bluff area, cloud cover McCook. We're going to see cloudy skies elsewhere. And that is the case tomorrow morning, especially maybe clearing off here at the State Fair. 77 are forecasted high. Otherwise, we see lower 80s over portions of northern Nebraska. 79 for your Thursday, 85 Friday for the Panhandle, 80 Saturday, 85 Sunday, upper 80s Monday, Tuesday, upper 70s on Wednesday. Southwest Nebraska, below normal temperatures continue with 76 tomorrow, 78 on Friday, 80 on Saturday, a run of 80s through Tuesday, then another cool down. Northeast Nebraska overall, the 7-day forecast the coolest. Lower 80s tomorrow, upper 70s Friday, lower 70s Saturday. Not bad Sunday, 67, and rain and storms primarily in the morning for Sunday. Labor Day, great, 73. Central Nebraska, you could include the State Fair in this forecast, and that is showers and storms. Pretty good chance Saturday night, late overnight into Sunday morning. Temperatures mainly in the 70s, but we do see a warm day on Tuesday, 86. Labor Day, perfect, 79. 77 on Thursday, 84 on Friday, Saturday, 79, Sunday, 76, Monday, 75, 82 Tuesday, and 76 on Wednesday of next week. So that is your look at the weather forecast, not only for this weekend, but beyond for your Labor Day plans. And we will be back with more with Dave and Colleen live from the Nebraska State Fair.
This is Nebraska, and so is this. News Channel Nebraska's mission is to connect everyone in Nebraska, urban and rural. Because when people in Palisade understand what happens in Grand Island, and when people in Scotts Bluff get to share their story with the people of Niobrara, we become one Nebraska. This is Nebraska, and this is home.
For 25 years, Greg Young Automotive Group has been your trusted hometown dealer. And now we're giving back. To celebrate, we're giving you a 5-year complimentary maintenance package with every new or used vehicle purchase. With a massive inventory, top dollar for your trade-in, and a commitment to exceptional customer service, it's no wonder why people keep coming back.
Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Sad news, we're not going to be on tomorrow night here at the Nebraska State Fair because good news, we've got UNK football as they take on Wayne State. That's airing live right here starting at 6 o'clock. We'll have pregame coverage, I believe, at 5:45. Should be a great contest between the Lopers and the Wildcats. This is Ryan Valenta. He's the sports director at KHAS Radio out of Hastings. Ryan, how are you?
Good. Not too bad of a drive here. And what is this State Fair weather? I'm sure you guys have been talking about this weather all week.
We can't believe it.
I know. Colleen, I almost wanted to wear sleeves with my polo today, but figured that's, we're in a tent. We should be good. So it's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. What is your role with KHAS Radio? And you also moonlight on News Channel Nebraska.
Yeah, so you mentioned sports director, and it is sports season, so pretty much had my head buried in covering the local college and high school football teams as they start the season tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. So as you mentioned, Dave, UNK gets started tomorrow, and Hastings College gets started on Saturday. I'll be making my way down to Crete to call their game against Doane, but if you listen to KHAS Radio every morning, you'll hear the latest local and statewide news and sports on the radio, and also our sister stations, Flood Communication Stations 98.9 The Vibe in Kearney, and Norfolk up in 94 Rocky and US 92, and like you mentioned, the moonlight on News Channel Nebraska. So occasional, it's a little bit more than I would like to get my face on the TV. I'm a radio guy for a reason, but you'll see the occasional news story on News Channel Nebraska.
Really quick, Ryan, where are you from? Where's home?
Lincoln, good old Lincoln is home, and Lincoln East graduates, and graduated from UNL, so it's my first escapade or first adventure outside of the capital city, and coming up on 2 years here in Hastings.
Wonderful.
You live in Hastings. Have you gotten a chance to go to the Storm Museum in Grand Island?
I have not. I've been to I've heard of that, and I've heard of the Bigfoot Museum in Hastings. There's lots of museums around that still need to get a chance to get to go to.
Yeah. There's another museum around here at the Nebraska State Fair with a lot of antique tractors and machinery. It's really cool to check out.
It's the thrill, the hope, the long shots, and the turnovers. The big hits, the kills, the dunks, the strikes, the surprises, the joy, and the heartbreak. And that's why NCN Sports bring you more than 200 live games every year. News Channel Nebraska. This is home.
We're here at the Antique Machinery Demonstration with Larry. Larry, what is this all about here?
It's to show the young generation how it was done back in the early days at the farming.
So when someone says, I walked uphill barefoot in the snow both ways to school, this is what we're talking about?
Pretty much, yes, it is.
What is it that you were able to share as far as lessons about the way things were from past years compared to what it is now?
Well, everybody wants to run everything off their cell phones now, and can't run these off their cell phone. They they can't sit there in their cell phone, turn them on and off. They don't want anything to do with them, basically. You got to work on these, crank start them, and everything else you do.
And what did that mean to that generation that had to work that way compared to the days now when we're on our phones all the time?
Well, back in them days, that was their cash meow. That was an upgrade from the horses and stuff. The way it was.
What would you say is your favorite piece of equipment here that brings back maybe nostalgia for you?
Well, the old can popper down there, it's pretty good, interesting. The Stover water pump.
And what does it do?
The can popper, every time that's a true hit and miss motor, and every time that can goes up, that tells when it hits. And the old Stover just pumps water round circled in a little duck pond. The kids love that duck pond.
Thanks, Larry.
Bet.
We got the jack of all trades and the master of nothing. Kevin, you've been doing this for how long?
Ever since the state fair began here in Grand Island. And I was doing it a little bit before that, so close to 20 years.
Where do you store all this equipment, and how often does it get used beyond the state fair?
Twice a year. There's a show in St. Paul called Groveland, Cleveland, Alexander Days. We take some motors there, and then down here.
There's a lot of really old motors from the 1920s and 1930s. How are you able to keep this stuff working and in proper order?
Just keep them up, and usually there's not too much work. If they don't start, a lot of times they don't have spark or the needle seat's stuck, so it's nothing major to get them back going again.
What's there to be said about the way things used to be made compared to this day and age?
This stuff here was more old style, and the young generation don't know how this stuff works, so, and the new stuff, it's automatic. There's not much manual work to it. This here is all manual work, you know, to feed it, to get the corn there, everything.
How would you compare a day of work back in 1937 when some of these motors were compared to 2025?
Back then, they knew they had to do it. It was harder work. They had to go out and do it by hand. And today, you just sit in an air conditioner combine and go through the field and make sure everything's working and fix a lot faster and everything.
Nothing wrong with that, though, right?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. They can get a lot more done.
Thank you so much. Here at the Antique Machinery Display on the east side of the Nebraska State Fair. Some old machines.
Yes.
You know who's really glad that things are modernized? Public Power. We're here with the guys from Public Power, John Schulte, NPPD, and Wayne Price, NREA, and they're going to talk to us a little bit about Nebraska's electric utilities and how they work together to power the good life.
That's right. We just work together with all the public utilities, electrical providers across the state of Nebraska so that we can provide the cheapest, most reliable rates to the Nebraskans, because as the only state that's 100% public power, that's a badge that we wear really proudly, and we are really here to serve the public in Nebraska. They are our shareholders, and it's just an honor that we have in Nebraska that we can showcase that throughout State Fair and bring that message home.
Wayne, John kind of touched on it, but what are the pillars of public power? And it's really cool that Nebraska is 100% public power.
Right. So some of the pillars are low-cost power, affordable, reliable, and local control. The power districts are operated by a board of directors. Those are all elected locally, so the public has a voice in public power. They can help set those rates that the system's set up to pay. It's just an all-around good system for Nebraska.
We're getting into that time of year now where the guys are going to start getting into their combines, and the gals, no offense, as far as harvest. What kind of safety measures do producers need to be keeping in their mind during this time of year?
Well, one of the things is to always look up and look out. The power lines may be above their equipment. There's usually an 18-foot distance between the ground and the power lines, but it's always important to maintain like a 10-foot distance away from the lines if you're moving augers or your combines. You always want to watch and make sure that you're not close to those lines. It's a good idea to use a spotter if you do move equipment, because you don't want the equipment to come into contact with those lines, and you want to keep your spotters from touching the equipment just in case it would. It's always good to have plans so if something does happen, you're able to get off the equipment or out of the equipment. I mean, we always talk about it. If you don't have to leave the equipment, if you make contact, don't. The only time you really want to get out is if your equipment catches fire. So it's important to not make contact with your equipment and the ground, because electricity is always trying to get to the ground.
And John, you guys are located, I believe, in the very far northeast corner of the south parking lot, correct?
Correct. The public power booth is up there, right up by the casino entrance there, right by the event center. And we have all kinds of STEM activities for the kids. We're there to answer any questions that the public has about public power. And like Wayne said, harvest season's coming up. We just want everybody to be safe. We have safety demonstrations. We have our live line demo trailer that sometimes when I go into the classroom, students, even adults, don't know how to exit cars safely in down power line situations. So we have displays that we can show the public how to safely do that. Number one, like Wayne said, stay in your car. Number two, call 911, and then wait for the public power utility that's in your area to come and tell you when it's safe to exit. Always have that questioning mentality in your mind, because we in public power, we are all about safety, and we want to ensure that all of our teammates go home in the same way that they came to work. We want that for the public as well.
And if we've ever seen the year for this kind of teaching, this has certainly been the year with the strong wind gusts we've had taking down so many power lines across Nebraska. John Schulte, Wayne Price, thanks so much for your time here at the Nebraska State Fair. When you're at the State Fair, you don't always think about pizza necessarily as State Fair food, but it doesn't matter.
Because you can
when you see this,
I mean, this is worth the trip to the fair. As far as how it looks, I hope it lives up to how it looks.
From Talagio's, Scott, tell us about your beautiful
Everything
pie
that's on
here.
Is
Oh my gosh!
This is an in-depth pizza. So it starts with a wood-fired crust. We have Lebanese tomb. Then you've got some Santa Maria seasoned tri-tip on top of that with red onions, tomatoes. Then you got arugula, cilantro, and a drizzle of house-made raspberry chipotle barbecue sauce.
You know what else we got? A lot of drooling faces.
I see a little bit of that.
How did you come up with this? Is that your creative mind behind it?
We did. We did a little bit of testing with people and come up with what did they like, what did they not like, and I had some folks said, yeah, they add a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Should we try?
Ladies first.
Please
tell us
go.
where you're located here at the fair.
We are located in Food Pod 1, right
Really
down
close to us?
there. Yep,
Food Pod
right
1.
there.
Smelling
Food
yours.
Pod 1.
Okay.
Because I am, in love with this already.
Give that a good bite. You should get a good garlic hit coming off of that.
A depth of flavors here. It's really nice.
Yeah, good.
Wow.
Good.
Well, you know who's upset that he's not here right now?
Who's that?
Our chief forecaster, Kent Mountain.
Oh, really?
He's itching to get over here, so we're going to have him do some weather, and then we're going to...
This is delicious. And congrats on your third place finish.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
I'd rather do the weather. Right. The weather brought to you at the Nebraska State Fair this entire week by Mona.
Good. It's arugula. Where at?
Of Nebraska Art and the Grand Island Casino Resort. And what fabulous weather. We just keep telling you about it. And no worries of any big downpours or storms. We've got a beautiful breeze out here today. The clouds indeed have moved in. And we're showing sunshine here in Grand Island. Well, you know, weathermen don't always tell the truth, but we still get paid, so that's a good thing. 73 right now. Temperatures have cooled down because of the clouds moving in. We see 60s out there, even cooler yet. Kearney, the warmest 83 up at Valentine. Those south winds today, not that strong as far as gusts, occasionally 11 miles an hour. I would say it's safe to say winds are gusting 16 and higher at times. Storms out in western Nebraska, isolated severe, not totally out of the question, but no widespread event. The disturbance in our part of the country, this low pressure trough does slide down through Kansas, Oklahoma in the days ahead. Our best chance comes Saturday night into Sunday morning as another trough does move in. And it's going to be mainly a nighttime event. You can see those storms out in the Scottsbluff area right now. There's one that's looking kind of rough out in that part of the state. Otherwise, overnight tonight, showers in our part of central Nebraska where the state fair is occurring, and it all moves south. What doesn't move out is the fog factor. We're going to see that along Highway 83 basically southwest of a line from Broken Bow to Beloit, Kansas. And that fog could impede your travel plans tomorrow morning. So be aware of that. Allow extra time when heading out to work if you're traveling along Highway 83. Overnight lows tonight, kind of a mix of 50s and 60s, 50s north and east, 60s elsewhere. And then tomorrow, more clouds roll in. By afternoon, we should see some clearing. Highs much like we saw today before the clouds moved in, around 77 here at the State Fair. Otherwise, lower 80s across northern into northeast and parts of eastern Nebraska. The extended forecast for the west and northwest, 70s tomorrow, a big warm-up Friday into the weekend, kind of fluctuating 80 on Saturday, 85 Sunday, and then upper 80s. So a cool day for most of us will be next Wednesday. The exception, 76 tomorrow, southwest Nebraska, some clouds, and then the storm and shower chances Saturday night into Sunday. Lower 70s Saturday in northeast Nebraska, 69 by Wednesday. Labor Day for all of us looks fantastic, including northeast Nebraska, lower 70s. Upper 70s Thursday, Friday in central Nebraska. Here at the State Fair, 75 Saturday, 80 on Sunday. Don't worry about plans coming out here to the State Fair over the weekend. Again, the rain we see probably an overnight event. Does warm up Wednesday, cooling back down, or Tuesday, cooling back down Wednesday. Labor Day looks fabulous. Southeast Nebraska, much the same. 77 on Thursday. Oh, thank you so much. They're plotting the forecast. 84 Friday. 79 Saturday, 70s through Labor Day, and a little warmer after that. That is weather coming from you live at the Nebraska State Fair on News Channel Nebraska. We'll take a short break and be right back.
Nothing is more local than where you work and where you live. Here at CPI, we're more than just an ag cooperative. We're your partner in the field and in your local community. We strive to provide farmer-first customer service every day in our grain, agronomy, energy, and feed divisions. By investing in our communities, we're supporting our customers, employees, and the future of the ag industry right here in central Nebraska. CPI, making local matter.
Attention rodeo fans, News Channel Nebraska has your Labor Day covered. Tune in Monday for high school rodeo live from the Nebraska State Fair in Grand Island with our TV coverage starting at 10 a.m. Central. You can watch on statewide providers like Dish, Allo Spectrum, or other local cable providers. We'll also stream the action online on YouTube, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and our website. Find out more at newschannelnebraska.com.
For 25 years, Greg Young Automotive Group has been your trusted hometown dealer. And now we're giving back. To celebrate, we're giving you a 5-year complimentary maintenance package with every new or used vehicle purchase. With a massive inventory, top dollar for your trade-in, and a commitment to exceptional customer service, it's no wonder why people keep coming back.
Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
We have some really awesome food options in front of us right now, but we had to do something, and that was go to our food guy once again, because he's got to review, the expert of some, well, I don't know. Let's just find out. Fair food. Yeah.
The Nebraska State Fair, and boy, oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, deep fried. That's an egg, ladies and gentlemen. A deviled egg, deep fried, open wide. We're going to count. Ooh, that's tasty. Let me tell you something. You take yourself down to Nebraska State Fair, you get yourself some of these deep fried deviled eggs. You're going to thank yourself later.
Lots of fun food items this year at the Nebraska State Fair. From deep fried candy bars to alligator nuggets, peanut butter and jelly chicken wings, to this deep fried deviled eggs. It's a certified gut buster if you trust her.
Well, I don't know what else to say about all this food, but I do know what to say. If you want to get to Hastings quickly from Grand Island, look into a Greg Young Auto. In the meantime, when you're in Hastings, why don't you check out District 14? Lindsay DeBrawl with District 14 out of Hastings joins us now. Lindsay, this is a newer option for folks to get a bite to eat in Hastings. Tell us a little bit about District 14 as you come up on this big celebration.
So District 14 Bar and Pizza, we are located in the theater district of Hastings, out kind of where the old Imperial Mall was. We are in the old Sunmart building. September 14th we'll be open for our first year, so we've been a year out in the district now. We have homemade pizza, burgers, everything's handmade, our crust, our sauce, and everything.
So the Imperial Mall, that's where the movie theater used to be, south of the airport, correct?
Right. We're right across from the airport, 12th and Marion. The movie theater is still there, so they've revamped it up a little bit. So we are actually right in the corner, tucked back there by the movie theater.
I got to ask, for the folks who don't go to Hastings very often, like myself, I used to make that drive all the time to go cover Hastings College. Those days have since expired, so I want to make sure everybody knows where you're located.
Yes.
You talked about homemade pizza, did I hear?
Yes.
Well, let's get into that a little bit.
So just a simple, I don't know, thin crust pizza, nothing too crazy.
What kind of toppings?
Whatever you want.
Okay, what's the premier pie you have?
We have chicken bacon ranch, Reuben taco.
Reuben?
We have a Reuben pizza.
Get into that detail, please.
With basically what you put on rye bread, we throw on top of a pizza.
Is the crust rye, or is it a regular crust?
Just a regular crust with sauce, Thousand Island dressing, corned beef, homemade corned beef, sauerkraut, and cheese, topped with a little more Thousand Island dressing.
What are some of your top sellers in District 14?
Gosh, pretty much everything. We have a lot of build-your-own combinations. We do have the typical just hamburger, pepperoni. We make our hamburger fresh.
Okay.
It's not frozen and brought in. All of our vegetables are chopped fresh in-house. Our sauce is made homemade and fresh.
So a great place to get some food, but you offer more than just a couple bites to eat, right?
Yes. We also have 14 TVs, so we feature all of the Husker games, Husker volleyball. We'll have all of the Thursday night football games, Monday night football, Sunday night NFL package. So we'll have all of that covered as well.
Are there any other options you have for entertainment over the course of the next 6 months?
So we do like to bring in live music. We have a nice patio, so we'll bring in a lot of local bands. And then here for September 27th, we have what we're calling the District 14 Festival. So then we're going to start the morning with a car show, some craft vendors, some food trucks, and then we have 3 local bands. We're going to headline Ashes and Arrows. They were on America's Got Talent 2024 as semifinalists. So they're going to fly in from North Carolina. And their lead singer is actually from New Zealand. So they'll be joining us on September 27th.
Is there a cover cost for this particular event?
Yes.
What would that look like?
So
where would they go to get tickets in advance?
Sure, absolutely. So you can follow us on Facebook at District 14 Bar and Pizza. And then the tickets are on sale at outhousetickets.com. Just search for Ashes and Arrows, $25 general admission tickets.
And let's touch on that outdoor patio real quick, because I love an outdoor patio.
Absolutely.
What does your outdoor patio look like? What does it consist of? How many people can be out there?
So we have seating for probably anywhere from 50 to 75.
Great.
We have picnic tables. We have covered tables with umbrellas, high tops. So whatever you want to be comfortable, we can probably accommodate.
Lindsay, thank you so much. Best of luck to you at District 14 on the west side of Hastings.
Yes, thank you.
Well, Kent finally got his hands on that pizza from Tajiano's. What'd you think?
It's fabulous.
Really is.
Really some good stuff. Unique.
And then Off the Griddle came by and brought us some of this. I don't want to say this has changed my life, but whatever this is, there's fries underneath here. French fried onions, bacon, jalapeno peppers. This is my favorite.
Everything a growing chick.
Dream of. Yes.
Growing in what direction?
Like they fill up ethanol at Renewable Fuels Nebraska.
Yes.
Certainly. And CPI, our title sponsor, a big thank you to them, because we wouldn't be able to experience all this in this capacity. Having all this fun without CPI. We've got one more night here. Tomorrow night we're not going to be on because we have the UNK versus Wayne State football game, which is great for us, and then the Huskers will be playing later on in the evening. We've got one more night together, and it's going to be a condensed version on Friday night from 6 to 6:45. Last thoughts before we get into our final night.
Well, I don't want to think about it. You guys, this has just been like home.
It has gone by so fast, and
it's so effortless being with you guys.
As close as the 3 of us are, and as close as our viewers are, to us. They're going to miss seeing us.
Yeah.
So you got one more chance to come out and say hi to us here at the Nebraska State Fair. Again, it's Friday night from 6 to 6:45. And don't miss the Lopers taking on Wayne State right here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Right here on News Channel Nebraska.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Studios are sponsored by Faith Regional Health Services.
Hello,